Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hey,
Congratulations on this amazing show. I think at the beginning, people didn't realize that it had this kind of legs. Uh, Courtney, I'm going to start with you. First of all, loved you on The Big Bang Theory. You're just so adorable on that show. Um, Tell me a little bit about how you got the project. Was there an audition? Did they just come to you and say, "Hey, we've got this for you"?
Wish. No, it was an audition. I was on my way out of Hollywood. I said, I'm not doing this anymore. I was done with the whole acting grind. And my husband asked me to stay in it just for a little longer because we needed health insurance and we got it from me. That story. He's like, great, babe. And a week later, I got an audition for Cobra Kai, and I didn't even know what it was really. And I auditioned in every step of the way. I just kept getting further, but I feel like that was my career. I was always getting a step further, and then nothing would happen. So I took it with a grain of salt. And then I had my screen test with Ralph. I didn't know I was going to have a screen test with Ralph, so that threw me off a little bit. He was so kind and nice, and I was like shaking the whole time, but I was like trying to make it part of my character. And I got the call.
man has a caffeine addiction.
Amanda's just really jacked up on life. And I got a call later that day that I got it and that I had to be in Atlanta in like 4 days. And I was like, "Whoa, I'm a real actor now! I'm so jet setty." So it was very.
Wow. Mary, how about you?
I did not have any idea what I was getting myself into. I did have just a regular old audition process. I did make the mistake of sleeping through my initial audition. That was an accident. And somehow my peeps got me back in, thankfully. And I really kept thinking as I was getting closer and closer, I was like, this is so cool. But yeah, I probably, will never hear from this thing again. And I'll someday I'll see it on TV and I'll be like, man, that was cool. Wish I could have been a part of that. But no, I got down to the final screen test, and there was me and two other girls who looked so similar to me. So I was like, all right, I've got something going right. There's something that they're looking for that I have. Now I just need to go in there and convince them I can say the lines good. And yeah, I had my screen test with Ralph, and it was so awesome. And then I had a chemistry read with a few Miguels, and then I got the call that I booked it. And then they brought back a couple more Miguels. So I got to read with them, and I left there and I was like, that guy whose name starts with a Z. It was Sholo. I just completely blanked, but I was like, he was cool.
Yeah, he is. What a great cast you have. And in working with both Bill and Ralph as executive producers, is that a joy, or is it a little bit harder, Courtney?
Oh, it's a joy. They're freaking awesome. They're great. They're just great to be around. They got great stories. They're very positive. They've always got great energy, and they're doing their stunts. They're working. I see Ralph doing his stretching. Like they're in it, and they're always have the best attitude. They make working a joy.
Yeah, I know if I tried anything like that, I just fall over. So, kudos to them. Mary, tell me a little bit about, you do a lot of voice work. How does that help with your acting?
When I was little, I remember somebody, I guess it was a coach or a agent or somebody told me, like, when you're doing voice work, you should use your body as you're doing it. Like if your character's smiling, you should be smiling. If you are being sassy, put your hands on your hips. And like, that's fun when you're a kid, and like, but I feel like those skills really do translate, where it's like later in life, you can kind of tone it back and like dial it in and have more of that like physicality going on within you, but be able to manipulate your voice as if you had your hands on your hips, or we're doing something like that. But you know what I mean? Like add depth and layers to it. So that's interesting. I actually hadn't thought about how that might have impacted me, but I think there's some skills there.
Well, our time is so short. I want to thank you for this moment in history. Cobra Kai is just an amazing show. So thank you, and have a great day.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.